This is the On Call Podcast. Your home for sports, news, pop culture, tech, and the obscure. And of course, your host, Michael Myers.
Been drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9. Cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple cause it feels like a lie. We play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much cause it's hard to read when you got tired.
Well. Happy evening, whatever night it is that you're listening to this on YouTube or iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Alexa,
Overcast,
Audible.
Pocket Casts, Stitcher, maybe the RSS feed directly.
You know, now that you bring that up, I have to ask, what is it that you sent my dad? What app? He did not seem to understand it. So I just told him just to revert back and use Spotify because he already has it on his friggin' phone.
He already has Spotify?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see. What did I say? I think he said he didn't have one. Let's see.
So I don't know why. I've told them multiple times, you don't need a Spotify account to listen to podcasts on Spotify.
Let's see. Okay.
As of now,
He sent me
Spotify
an
is
interesting
completely
link,
free.
though. Okay. I sent him Overcast.
I don't even have Overcast.
I said, you got a podcast app? He said, I do not.
If you would just fucking get an iPhone like a normal person.
What does he have? Oh, he has an Android.
Android, a Samsung like S11.
That's fine. Well, no, he said he listened.
He did on Spotify.
He listened. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
He was so happy. He sent me he doesn't have the app players for podcasts and everything, but he was able to record the audio of you thanking him and sent it to me.
Me too. I got it too.
So he knows what he's doing. I don't know why he's just not getting apps to make it easier.
Overcast is pretty good. I have a bunch now. I just listen to so I can listen to my show on all of them. I think to get the extra
To get the plays?
4 downloads.
Yeah, notice. I'll just go to my page on Spotify and I'll just click on through.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to get downloads illegally because God, you need like so many anyway.
I thought I was making a dent in our viewership here, but it turns out no, because our Spotify listenership is just dwindling down to nothing and it's just taken over with iTunes.
Yeah, I don't. 70% of downloads for my show has been through Apple Podcasts, and Spotify's not even number 2. So I don't know what's going on there, but I do know that people who have iPhones are not using Spotify to listen to podcasts. They're using Apple Podcasts.
It could be. I'm not one of those people.
I use Apple Podcasts.
You do? You're an Apple Podcast user?
Yep.
I used to be, but I will so frequently switch from I'll play an episode of something. Like yours is a shorter podcast. But yours is average, I guess. Yeah, I guess yours is average.
Shorter?
Yeah. I guess there's a lot of 5-minute ones out there. I forget that. I don't listen to those at all.
Well, who are listening to goddamn hour and 10-minute shows? You're just thinking about you are.
I don't. If it's less than 40, I probably don't even click it.
Really? Because you're like, this does not have useful information. They can't go into any detail in less than 40 minutes.
Well, no, it's because I'm driving, or I'm doing something, and I don't want to have to switch to a different episode of something.
Listen, you
so
can listen to more than one.
I could, but I also like that free form thought stuff that we do. So if that's a 20-minute episode of that,
I like how you call it freeform thought.
Free flow.
Instead of just
random
bullshit. No, that's good.
I don't know. Does that? What? I don't know other way to describe it other than freeform.
You like conversation.
I really
show,
do.
Back and forth.
My favorite podcast that's not indie is The Pod, which is on the Pat McAfee Show channel. which is a group of like 5 dudes all just shooting the shit. If you get a great fan base, they're going to send you a bunch of shit to talk about, and it like the show writes itself. It's not even fair. But because they all make fun of each other, it does make it more fun.
Yeah. I called into a podcast off of Reddit like a week ago or so, and then it was like 4 guys. They were just like yelling at each other. I couldn't even get a word in. So, and then like every few days, the guy's like, "Oh, here's the number if you want to call in again." And I'm just like, "No." I just like said like 6 words, and then they just yelled at each other about it for about 5 minutes, and then I was like, "Cool, all right, bye."
I don't know what my dad is using. We're gonna have to get him on the show, but I don't want to have to like have him use speakerphone and sound so terrible.
It doesn't matter, dude. I'm recording a phone call with a person for Prodigy tomorrow.
Did you record any phone calls on Prodigy for the first episode?
Yeah.
Did you?
For the first episode?
I don't know how it sounded so good. Did they send you the audio? Did they record their own voice?
Wait, for the first episode or the second?
The first with the Polgar sisters.
Oh, you haven't listened to the second?
No, I'm going to tomorrow because I'm working tomorrow on Sunday.
The first one, I don't think so. But I do throughout now. Like, in the third episode, definitely. And in other ones, too. I do sometimes. It doesn't matter. Like, I think Ericsson was on a laptop. Like, I'd rather have them on the cell phone than having a laptop mic with no external mic. Cell phone doesn't sound that bad. They're used to hearing it. It's not that big of a deal.
It's just that it's mono. It's the only thing that is irritating.
I mean, I export everything in mono, so... Wait, no, I don't. I do stereo now. But it doesn't matter. Like, I just don't see it as a big deal. Especially if you're not, like, using the advantage of stereo. Left and right channels. So mono just goes to both channels.
Well, I do. I listen... today, I was listening to a few podcasts on my Sonos surround sound. So to hear voices like in a room was pretty nice. So it was like the people were talking in different channels. So it was like they were in the room with me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
That was pretty badass.
I would like to get into some of that at some point. Some nice sound design. The problem is most people are listening on headphones or...
That's true.
Cars. Like, it just doesn't matter as much, so I don't know.
Yeah, the wife took the baby to her friend whose mom died very unexpectedly, so I had the house to myself for like 9 hours.
Oh my god, did you jerk it?
Twice. I was just laying around on the couch in some ball shorts playing Madden, and then I was switching between like the Xbox and the Switch. I was living the dream.
Oh, Madden, God. What are you in the like 11th grade or whatever?
No, the big reason I play Madden is because me and my oldest friend who I met when I was 3, we have a franchise together. So like we play each other for the Super Bowl, and we had to.
Oh,
it's our bonding experience.
Oh, okay.
So in other news, I didn't realize I found out what my cousin's job is in the Marines, who's been a Marine for like 13 years, who is getting discharged at the end of the month. Because he's the gas mask tester for the Marines. So when you're the tester, it turns out
is that like the guy who tests like the poison for like a food tester for like the king?
Almost, because they send you kind of like into a man like what is it, shipping containers? Yeah.
That doggy.
So like say you're in a really long shipping container with very poor ventilation.
Of course. I think about this a lot. A really long shipping container.
Listen, when I make my man cave, it's probably going to be a shipping container behind the house.
Oh my god, you don't have HOA, do you?
No, I didn't buy into it. So
you have the option?
I do.
Oh my god.
So
hell yeah, who would purposely join an HOA?
Exactly. I've been watching a TV show about how to fix up a shipping container. It's relatively cheap. There's actually one for sale near me. That is a complete rustic cabin, but it's a shipping container. It's like $18,000.
Veto.
I thought about doing it, but I was like, I don't have that kind of money
for a man cave. God. So
it's
you've
600 square
maxed
feet.
out all the rooms in your house then?
Yeah. Now that there's fucking kids everywhere.
Okay.
And I bought a giant ping pong table, which I showed the picture to my dad, and he's like, I'm going to send you money for that because it's going to come in handy for the holidays. So thank you, Dad.
Did you get the money yet, though? Because
it's in my PayPal account. It's in my PayPal.
Dang. Wow.
I'm excited to play.
I also, well, actually, no, man, you know what?
You want a ping pong table, too?
I don't want a ping pong table.
Well,
I'd be like, actually, no.
It was slightly used. It was $400 new, and I got it for $100. He goes, I'll send you that.
Oh, $100. Okay. All right. Where the fuck are you putting a ping pong table? In your basement?
Florida doesn't have basements. No. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
I put it in the spare dining room.
Okay. The spare dining room. That's like the dining room, and then you have like a kitchen or like an eating area, like.
Yeah. Well, we don't eat in the dining room. We have a sitting room, a dining room, kitchen, eating nook area between the kitchen and the living room. We don't actually eat in the dining room.
How often are you fucking playing ping pong? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, I just picked it up yesterday.
Are you playing by yourself? Like right. Forrest Gump when practicing?
Yes, so far. I just got it yesterday. So, yeah, I'm playing with myself, as usual.
I don't understand why you would fucking get a ping pong table. Like, what?
Because we always use large tables, so even for holidays and stuff.
It's multi-purpose. This is a multi-purpose.
It
you
will
can use it for other
yes.
things.
We will. It's wider and longer.
Plus, you get the urge to play ping pong like all the time.
Throw up the net. Just throw up the net.
Oh my god!
I don't like your judginess right now. That's not helpful.
A foosball table, I can understand, but you got to be having. It's got to be an area where like there's a bunch of bros around. Otherwise, it's just not gonna get any use.
Dude, the table folds up so nice, it actually takes up no space.
I feel like I don't know.
You'll see. You're going to see Christmas photos. I'm going to be holding on to the baby, and I'm going to be whooping somebody's ass in some ping pong. Balls of Fury style.
Oh, man. That picture you sent me with your dog, it's like a sweet little family photo, and then there's like a fucking large rat on your shoulder. You know what?
Let the people see that photo because you cannot
Let
find
the people see what your dog looks like. I'm not even totally sure it is a dog. Remember like the story where they're like, oh, the kids found like they're at the beach and they found that they thought it was a dog and it turned out to be a rat. This is the type of dog that they found. You can see why they'd be confused. Yes, this thing over there on your wife's shoulder.
Yeah, it does look like an oversized rat in the photo.
It looks like a undersized Dobby or just a large rat.
Dobby's free elf. But we're all looking.
Oh God, what have we done?
We were very fortunate. We were very fortunate. Everyone's looking down at the baby. Like, that is a perfect fucking photo.
And then they look at the dog and they're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what's that stretch skin thing? It looks like a knee, but no fur. Yeah, yours is a real dog.
What peak performance doggy looks like.
Peak performance.
And there. Woof. Woof, 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 woof.
Where's the cat?
Where's the kitty? Where's the kitty? Where's the kitty? You see a kitty? Oh, nothing.
She's not having it.
Where's Ray? Where's your friend Ray?
So the next she's moving.
Where's the kitty?
The next dog that we will get will probably be a golden doodle.
Oh my God. You know what? I think Dobermans are the most beautiful dogs, in my opinion.
I'm trying to think what a Doberman fucking looks like. Don't they look like a fucking Rottweiler?
Doberman. No, not a Rottweiler, a Doberman. They're just gorgeous. They're like specimens.
Images. Let's let the people see.
Ooh, so didn't Trump lose his Supreme Court appeal today?
I believe so.
Yeah. Get fucked.
Oh yeah, Doberman. My aunt, I'm pretty sure Terry will correct you on that. Min pins.
What min?
My family, my aunt used to do. Her cousin used to raise like a puppy mill. She used to do Doberman pincher mini pins.
Min pins, yeah. They're miniature Doberman pincher.
Has that dog been inbred yet at all? I've not heard any shit talking about Dobermans because, bulldogs, everything about them is fucking fucked.
Yeah, Doberman's bred to be just A specimen. But I hate how they crop the ears. Although it looks really good, but I mean, I would never do that.
Doberman's, like this picture that people can see here, this build muscle in your Doberman picture, this looks like it's like a pit bull.
Dobermans don't look like pit bulls.
No, the way
They have a long face.
the way they've been working on the body and the chest.
Oh. I like Greyhounds too. I really like Greyhounds because
They're
they
muscular
got the big
shit
bodies,
too.
the tiny heads, and they're just like lay around a lot.
Yeah, I've had there's a bunch of rescues down here, like right by me, within like 25 miles, and it's crazy. They just like, oh, if no one's gonna take it, we're just gonna fucking kill it.
Really?
So there's like 3.
At least eat it. I mean, come on.
There's 3 Greyhound rescues right by me.
Yeah, I would get a Greyhound for sure.
But now that it's illegal, what do you think's gonna happen to the
What's illegal? Dog racing?
Greyhound racing's illegal in Florida now.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe people will just use them as pets.
I know. I feel like the demand's going to go down. You got to worry about the breed standard.
Well, they'll stop breeding them as much, so the supply will go down too.
Speaking of eating ribs,
Yeah, ribs.
boy howdy.
Let's talk about your ribs for a second, and let's go through what your method was.
Well, you're going to shit on it right out the gate because it was with the Instapot.
Well, no. Did you put any like liquid in there, or just the ribs?
Half a cup of broth and liquid smoke.
What kind of broth?
Beef bone broth.
I've never had liquid smoke before.
You know, a pinch goes a long way. So like
Okay.
a half a teaspoon just to give that artificial smoke because you're not using a real smoker.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of ingredients in it.
Yeah,
No.
you mean your rub?
Yes, my dry rub.
Oh, here, I'll read out this rub.
Yeah, go ahead. It's going to take a while. It's like four lines.
Well, actually, first let me say what I put on my pork ribs.
Salt, pepper, garlic.
Brown sugar, salt, and pepper. And, paprika for the color. All right, here we go.
You don't use dry mustard, you fucking savage?
No. Garlic powder, onion powder, dry mustard, cayenne, cinnamon, dill, salt, pepper, Cajun seasoning, paprika, liquid smoke, fresh garlic. Different from the... Oh, wait, you don't have dried garlic. You do have good dried garlic. Double garlic. Longhorn seasoning. Longhorn seasoning. Wait, for the pork ribs?
Same seasoning went on both.
I bet the Longhorn seasoning is probably like a mixture of all the things.
It's pretty much salt, pepper, garlic, paprika.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But
And how are they?
It has really good color. I don't know what it is about the Longhorn seasoning and that good orange
Spice
hue.
paprika, is it red? Reddish?
It's orange. But I used a bunch of cayenne because I didn't want sweet ribs. But they say a little bit of cinnamon in it goes really well with putting the crust on and everything. So I used a dash of cinnamon, a shit ton of cayenne.
Did it give it the crust? Did it go a long way for that crust? Or
What
did
gave it the crust was the broil with barbecue sauce. That's where it was. I could have cut down.
The crust.
I could have cut down a shit ton on it. Yeah, you can show the photo if you want in that because your video is in like 480p.
I'm not seeing a crust here, but
I didn't overcook it.
your mom's in 480p.
Yeah,
I'm seeing barbecue sauce on there.
there was barbecue sauce. I could have put them in a couple minutes longer.
What?
I could have put them in a couple minutes longer with
Like in
the
the broil?
broil. Yeah, I would have, but it's already, it's 2:00 now.
Ooh, is anyone else but you eating them?
Yeah, me, Nicole, and my mom actually woke up to the smell of the ribs in the broiler. She goes, "It smells like fucking barbecue out here." I was like, "Oh yeah, the ribs. They're right here." She goes, "I guess I'll have a couple."
Are you seeing like what they look like when they do like the competitions, like the presentation? Oh god, it's insane.
If I'm going for a photo, I'm probably gonna do like some green onion on top of it too. Wait, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, they like, I don't know. It's just like, have you seen like when they do barbecue competitions, they have to do the chicken thighs and they have to do the ribs and I'm not sure what else, but oh my god, the chicken thighs look like so stupid. Competition.
I don't like the competition look near as much.
It looks beautiful. It looks like a work of art.
It looks photoshopped.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't know how they do that. Let's see. Oh, show me the photo.
Speaking of photoshopped, we had some photos done.
Whatever.
Yeah, that janky ass camera. You got to upgrade your camera.
Nah.
Speaking of weird things that we do for, we've already had 3 photo sessions with the baby since he was born. And there's one that Nicole wanted.
The
fucking belt,
goddamn
buddy.
rednecks. Oh, fuck.
Goddamn rednecks.
Yeah.
Well, here's one that I'll show you that my dad really liked because that stuffed animal dog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one's cute.
So that stuffed animal dog is older than I am.
Oh, dang.
My mom gave that to my dad while they were dating.
Really?
Whoa, what the fuck did you just do?
Sorry. I just realized that my microphone on Zoom was at half. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Your dad gave it to your mom when they were dating?
Mom gave it to dad when they were dating.
Oh, nice.
All right, so the people on watching on YouTube got some views of the baby.
The baby.
Who he's like 16 days old now, and he's, boy howdy, that kid likes to fucking wake up at shitty times.
Like, what time?
Well, usually between 3 and 5 to just bitch and moan and cry. Nicole wakes up, she'll feed him. But man, this morning he was inconsolable to her, so I had to get up at 6 o'clock and just pace around the house, patting his ass and walking around. It's rough.
What happens if you just like leave the baby there?
Well, he's a little young to do the cry himself out thing that they talk about.
What happens? Like, what happens?
He won't die, but
okay.
You're not gonna. It's hard to sleep with a screaming baby.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So usually I will walk and console him, and when he finally falls asleep, I'll sit down because he likes the motion of walking.
Yeah, totally.
So then once he finally falls asleep, I'll sit down, and then I don't follow the rules, and I fall asleep with like holding him, just
because like somebody rings the doorbell, you'd be like, whoa, and you just like toss the baby.
No, because the worry is that you're going to move around in your sleep and you're going to roll over him and smother him.
You mean SIDS? Let's not go into that.
Yeah, let's not. I won't kill him. So since we've talked, we had Lita on last week.
Yeah, she was definitely nervous. She mentioned it multiple times before we got on there.
But she got a fucking great voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that. I'll release that Monday so people can listen to that before they listen to this.
Monday.
She talked about buying a gaming computer, which
it came in. We played tonight.
Where did she buy hers from?
She bought it from the Lenovo. Oh my god, she got a gaming PC. I think it was like $1,500, which is that's what I paid to build mine. But she's not like a PC builder or whatever, so she bought it. It's got good specs. So I feel like it's like about equivalent of what I got for paying for mine. And then her monitor, so stupid. She got like a $450, 144 hertz, like 30 something inch gaming monitor, which is pretty sweet.
So
and I gave her a extra like big ass mouse pad I had.
I do like a good mouse pad.
And she got a fucking Peloton, which she paid almost $3,000 for.
And that doesn't even include like a year subscription either, does it?
I don't know. But I mean, she works a lot. And she makes, pretty good money from what she does. So, I mean, more power to you,
I'll have to play with her. No, she talked about it. She was up on it, and Cyberpunk was due for release 24 hours from the time that she was on the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And it is now released.
All over everybody.
For some. I don't know what it is between the release and the day one patch. There are a lot of people just shitting on it because there's a lot of stuff that's pretty faulty depending on what kind of system you're using and OS for computers.
I feel like that was the point where they were like, this is just going to happen with this size of a game. It's just, this is an acceptable amount. I mean, they delayed it multiple times to work out bugs and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I mean, you can control your dick size in the game, right?
Yeah, small, medium, or large.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
You can't go
Foot long.
like
yeah.
10% above average or like 30% below porn size or...
I want that
Any
black.
context
I want the black dude that's sitting on the edge of the bed with his legs open. That super buff dude. Like I want that dick.
Oh.
You've had to have seen that buff dude.
Everyone... Oh. Well,
he was a meme.
That's too big. You know there's too big, right? Yes,
well, in video games, that's like how big I want it.
So you could just put the tip in?
Yeah, just slap it. Have you thought about getting it? Cyberpunk? No. Not a big dick.
Oh, I've thought about penis reduction, yes. I don't really have the money to do it, but it's something I've considered. But you mean Cyberpunk? No.
No, not at all.
Nope. I don't have time.
You're not a Grand Theft Auto player either, are you?
I mean, all this extra time. I do have time. I guess everyone has time for something.
You always have time for what you make time for.
Right. So the extra time that I have, I like to just play Overwatch. It's familiar.
Oh, speaking of, you invited me to play that, but I was obviously making that Michelin quality rib.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Lita's first time playing Overwatch?
No. She was she played like the other night a bit, and then she played a little bit before I got on.
She's probably better than me, isn't she? She's probably just one of those naturally gifted Overwatch players.
I doubt it. I think you guys are probably on the same level.
I'll hop on and play with you.
Yeah.
I bought that Noctura fan. I still have not put in my computer.
Oh, nice. Why, you wanted it to be quiet?
I want it to be cooler. So I figured I'd go for the best air cool. The best
The
air cooler.
Noctura ones are the ones that are supposed to be good for being quiet.
They are that. But I'm also afraid of unplugging shit from the motherboard when I take it out.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I already blew the fucking thing up once. I'm afraid to do it. It's going to happen again.
Blew it up with your faulty hard drive.
Yeah. As you yelled at me for my faulty M2.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's probably good.
Yeah, I'll do it. I've also got a friend.
I made ramen the other day.
You made ramen?
Yeah. You want to hear the ramen recipe? Or just a brief summary?
I do.
Okay. First off, the broth. Wait. You take like pig trotters. They're like feet or split in half.
Yeah.
And you boil them, or not boil, but you like simmer them for like 24 hours. Anywhere from like 12 to, but with the Instapot, you can do ramen broth faster. But you skim the scum off the top in the beginning. It's called blanching them, and then you rinse them and put them back in.
Yeah, because it's gross.
And then there's a couple other components, but there's basically the broth, the tare, which is like the seasoning, because it like the broth by itself, you're not supposed to flavor it. It's just like the texture, and then the tare is like the seasoning, and use like it's like soy sauce, mirin, sake. I mean, like you just use a combination. You can do it a billion different ways.
Does it use aminos or anything?
What?
Does it use like coconut aminos?
I heard the dog shake.
Yeah, she woke up.
Coconut aminos? I don't know what that is, but
so it's kind of like a soy sauce alternative. It gives a good.
Oh, that's liquid aminos. Yeah, no. You just use soy sauce.
I try to control some of the salt.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, you can use a low sodium or whatever. But I mean,
okay. I was just
you
curious.
can put less soy sauce in if you want. I mean,
where do you get your soy sauce from?
Mine? Where do I get it from?
Yeah. What kind do you use?
Store?
What kind do you use? Kikkoman?
It's like whatever. I don't know. I had Publix. I had like another kind, and it did make a difference.
It does make a fucking difference.
Not really.
I am a soy sauce snob. I have 3 different types of soy sauce in my fridge right now.
Oh, really?
I
You
really
do little
do.
shots to like taste test them, like you're doing like flight at like a beer place.
It has turned into that, yeah. To figure out which one's good. If I'm going for something that it's almost like a concentrate, it comes in like 100 ml bottle where I just do a dash. One is the best overall flavor. It's aged in a barrel for 4 years. And then the other one is a really light flavor. It's actually...
I don't believe you. This is all bad.
Bitch, you know what? Keep talking. Keep talking. Go ahead and talk. I'll get the bottles right now. Keep talking.
Anyway, all right, I'm going to keep talking. So then there's you can also do like an aromatic oil, which I didn't do because it's just like, that's just too extra. I'm already putting like fucking 2 days into this shit. I do the chashu, which is pork belly, rolled up, braised in like a sauce, and then you refrigerate it for like a day, and then you slice it up and then sear it. You can use a blowtorch or cast iron. You gotta have the ramen egg too, which takes like 24 to 48 hours. You do a soft boiled egg, marinate it in sake, soy sauce, and mirin. It's mostly all that type of stuff. But and then the noodles at the very end. It's good. A lot of work. Probably not worth it, but it's good. Anyway, so that's how I proved that I was smarter than Michael. I'm sorry. What? Oh, hey.
Yes. Ha 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 ha.
No, I said all the ramen stuff, so I'm done. Where's your soy sauce at?
Oh, speaking of ramen, I yesterday also made ramen.
Brothel's ramen.
Mongolian beef ramen.
That's not ramen. That's lo mein. Mongolian. That's like Chinese stuff, right?
Pretty
Mongolian
much,
beef?
yeah. Very light amount of chili oil to give a
Can't
good.
call it ramen. It's not ramen. Actually, what is the definition of ramen?
Ramen's a type of noodle.
Mm.
All right, so my soy sauce. I didn't count kikuman, so if you count kikuman, I do have 4 in the fridge. Everyone's got kikuman.
Yeah, I have
All right.
Publix.
So this is my soy sauce. This is the very light. I tip it. It's actually much lighter than most ramens. It's more
Why do you have
comfortable
most ramens? Why do you have so many soy sauces?
because I like to try the best one for different reasons. Best for cooking, best for topping after it's cooked, almost like a fish sauce.
What are you eating it with?
Depends on what I'm having. For fried like dumplings and stuff,
Ooh.
it would actually be this one. This is
Have
my
you made your
really
own dumplings yet? Super easy.
this one is it's super rich.
That looks pretty good.
Do not submerge it with this. Have
No, have you tried making your own soy sauce yet?
Nope. It is unpalatable. If you submerge a dumpling in this, you're not going to finish it. You're probably going to want to puke. It is so salty. But this is bluegrass soy sauce. This is actually an American-made Louisville, Kentucky one.
God, I'm getting hungry now. God damn it.
But yeah, this one, you can just dump. When I make fried rice, I usually use this one because it's lower sodium.
Mm-hmm.
My best all-around one is right here. This is my aged 4 years.
Ooh. $100 an ounce.
No, it's $27 a bottle.
Damn. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's pretty good.
It's aged 4 years. It's actually got a special name. It's Tsuro Bishio. It's a type of soy sauce with its fermentation.
Oh, not to change the subject, but do you want to hear my idea for a new podcast?
Cooking with Big Daddy Mike.
I think you're gonna like this one. I think it's pretty good.
Because we're the beautiful bastards.
It's not it's another narrative, but all right. So you know how there's like a bunch of documentaries and podcasts about cults.
Yeah.
So this podcast is starting a cult. You document the entire process of like figuring out how and you doing it, and the goal at the end of the season is to get your first follower.
Well, right now we actually have one. It's Terry.
Terry, I have to set boundaries because
You gotta
make it easy. You gotta make it harder than just like radicalizing some old, like, I'm not talking about this, but Terry, but like my aunt. Okay, she's on Facebook. She believes in aliens and shit. I feel like I could get her in the cult in like, I don't know, like 15 texts. It's gotta be like harder than that. It's gotta be like somebody you don't know.
It would be a fun one. It would be a fun project.
Isn't it? a good idea? You just have to have like a lot of, you have to think it through because you can't be gaslighting people. You get like, that's why it's just to get one follower, not to get like a bunch of them, because you could do it like that too. But that's just like, I'm not.
You'd have to be sure that you're in like a record, like a state where it's like a one person consent for recording.
Live in one.
So is Florida.
But no, I don't have to record these people. I could just document the entire process. You know what I'm saying?
No one's going to believe that though. Why not just have it so like I consented to record, here I click
They'll believe
record.
it if it's fucking true. Also, but yeah, you can record it too. Totally, 100%. You can, and then you could just say we're documenting this for whatever reasons, but also Georgia is a one-party state, so.
That would be fun. I would also feel like a complete asshole for doing it, but
For getting one follower.
I would start
It's not going to be anything like that's going to like fuck their life up. I mean, these people probably already believe in like 15 other stupid things. Like
you're just
I got a friend that like he says like, oh, I don't believe in conspiracy theories, except the moon landing like seems a little bit weird to me. I'm like, the moon landing, like, okay, like I'm just saying you could target these people that like believe in these sort of radical things.
So let's create the next Scientology, huh?
No, I'm thinking, but I feel like I can come up with something really good because I've watched a couple of these documentaries and they like the Nexium one and stuff like that, where they have like good advice, but it's wrapped up in this like weird shit. So I'll come up with the good advice. It's not that hard. Like, oh, let's do this like thing we call whatever. It's actually just like mindfulness or whatever. You know, it's not that complicated. And then also you throw in a little bit of weird shit. Like also, you know, there's aliens and stuff or whatever.
What is it? Like The Secret?
The Secret. Right. The Secret is, I never watched it, but I know it's based on sort of thinking that like your mindset affects actions, whereas, you know,
That's right.
Yeah, your mindset will affect things, but it doesn't like have any sort of like mystical thing going on.
Yeah, right there. People on YouTube can see it. It's a book my mom has bought. It's sold, I think,
It was big. It was a really big thing at the time.
It's sold probably close to 100 million copies throughout.
These are super behaviorist ideals.
Self-help. That's the way to go. That's how you started.
Oh, it's still huge. Yeah, you have to sell the idea that genetics don't matter, and that everyone is in control of their own destiny. You just have to change your mindset. And usually it's like really stupid stuff, but they church it up with
if you believe
like some interesting stories.
You can achieve it.
It's people who, well, like these people are used car salesmen of books. You know, they're like they get people hype. Like, you know, they sell. These people are disgusting. I mean, I had a guy text me last night through Facebook Messenger like, hey man, how's it going? I'm like, good. How do I know you? And he's like, oh, I just bumped through your profile. So I looked at his and he's like 4X. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not interested in your fucking multi-level marketing scam bullshit.
You got to have if you're going to start the cult, you got to have to talk about what you have learned. So you have to have a real dark story about yourself. I had my gun to my head one day and I was ready to end it. And then it just spoke to me. And this is how I crawled myself out, and I'm a success story.
Oh, right. Yeah, also, I'm not going to be the leader. You have to, I feel like all of them have a charismatic leader. That's not going to be me. I'm going to be the, like, first lieutenant or whatever.
So you're the David Miscavige. You're not Elron. What? You're David Miscavige.
Yes, I'm the second. And so, but I feel like, you know, it's a lot of just manipulating people psychologically. I'm not gonna make them do anything weird. I just want to get one follower, you know. And throughout the course of the episode, I feel like I'm gonna document everything, like as I'm learning about it, because I don't even know that much about cults, to figuring out like what can I do, what can't I do, like all that stuff.
I dig it. It sounds fun.
Yeah, it's good idea.
I mean, let's review how to start a cult, and we will. Cult 101.
It's a shit ton of work. It's like at least 6 months worth of work, but
I don't think it'll take that long. There's so much information out there now. You just got to filter a little bit through the bullshit.
It's not about learning how to do it and executing it. It's about properly documenting and making the podcast and all that stuff, and doing it and everything in between, and sound design. And because my goal is to make that like one podcast of one season that just gets millions and millions of downloads and people recommend it years later, like S-Town, you know?
Yeah, Serial. Is cereal still doing a
the
thing?
dream. What's that?
Is cereal still a thing?
Oh yeah. What do you mean? Like, do they still make it?
I mean, like, has there been anything that's touched like the Adnan Syed? Like that was if you'd never listened to a podcast and someone suggested to listen to Serial's Adnan Syed case.
Adnan's guilty as fuck. Let's just put it that way.
It's all circumstantial.
Circumstantial. He's the only person with motive and there.
You don't know.
I know. Adnan was guilty as
No,
fuck.
Just
Like Making a Murderer. Did you watch that?
Oh yeah.
That documentary really made it seem like he hadn't done anything, right? No, that motherfucker was guilty as fuck.
I would like to have been there. That's up there. That's only like an hour from my house.
Because, they leave stuff out of it. Like, they leave stuff out of it like he personally requested her that to come and stuff like that. Like, it's just like, that's actually pretty sketchy. Why would he personally request her?
I bet it sucks to be the prosecutors.
The whole thing is like, it's not like whether or not he was guilty. He was guilty. It was like whether they just didn't do the case right. I mean, he was the dude that threw a cat into a fire. Like think
the
about
nephew,
that,
the nephew, yeah.
Sketchy. What is the other one?
Well, did you ever see the HBO miniseries The Night Of? That was
actually no.
That was really good.
Wait, I feel like I watched the first episode. What is that about?
A Indian boy wants to go to a party, so he borrows his dad's taxi. During the ride to this party, a couple of dudes get in the car, but he's not a taxi driver, obviously. He's taking his dad's. So cops roll up next to him. The cops force the two guys to get out. And then a block later, a girl gets in and he lets her stay in. So there's like security cameras of that. They go to her house, her brownstone. They do some drugs. He wakes up. He's got a cut. She's got some cuts. And she's fucking mutilated. Like 37 stab wounds. And
he is?
She has him. But he was high.
She dead?
She gave him a bunch. Yeah, she's dead. And she gave him a bunch of drugs to try. So like he had Adderall on him because he had a script for it. He had ketamine and other opioids.
Well, ketamine's not. But yeah, I got you.
Ketamine and then other opioids.
Other than what?
I think they did weed, and they did.
They did.
She had pain. She had pain pills in her.
How many marijuanas did they smoke? Was it more than one? Because that's just not a good idea.
Probably a whole dab.
Did a dab of it.
John Turturro's in that one, and man, he's just a really good actor.
So it's like
I don't even know if it's. I don't think it's based on anything real. I think it's kind of pieced together of a bunch of different. It's like a conglomerate of stories.
You're a conglomerate.
That's right.
And you're growing your underbeard.
I know. I gotta trim it down.
Mm-hmm.
This is a few weeks.
Is that what your balls look like?
No, balls look more like this.
Nice.
It's smooth, like eggs. Like a freshly hard-boiled egg.
Ooh, yeah. I was talking a little bit about that when you were gone. The ramen egg. You gotta.
Like a soft-boiled egg?
Yeah, you soft boil it, and then you peel it, and then you marinate it in the soy sauce and the mirin and the sake and the sugar, and I've got like 5 in the fridge right now. I'm about to go eat one.
I do like a soft-boiled egg.
Me too.
I feel like that's a really refined flavor. Like the idea of it itself sounds disgusting, of undercooking something.
No,
but
it doesn't.
Not.
Oh, medium rare steak.
Have you ever done the soft boiled, cracked it open, and then and dip toast in it?
Oh no. My family has always done this weird. They call it kapadutsu, but I guess it means like little hat. I'm sure there's some other name for it for Americans because we're Italian. But you soft boil the egg and then a little bit below soft boiling, and then you put it in this little cup thing. It holds it up, and you like tap around the top, and then you use the spoon to take the top off, and then you like put some salt in, and you like just eat the egg right out of the shell.
Like soup. Yep. It's delicious.
I need some of those cups. I can impress people with that. I want to get into cheese making really bad. As soon as Prodigy's done, cheese making.
That's so weird that you brought that up. I watched a 45-minute video of a guy who made, it was on the front page of Reddit. He got a cease and desist from a company. And he talked about how he made it. And he even said explicitly several times, this is not that cheese. This is a similarly tasting cheese. But it's like, how are you going to shit on this dude? It took him 2 years to make this cheese because it was like so hard and crumbly.
I know. I feel like it's an advertisement. Streisand effect. You know, you try to like silence something and it just makes it way worse. But ooh,
what kind of cheese would you make? A fresh mozzarella?
Yeah, that'd be the first thing. But then I'd expand to other things. I feel like mozzarella is a really easy one.
It's so good.
I like I got a triple cream brie in the fridge right now. I made I'm in the Eat Sandwiches subreddit, and some guy posted a sandwich, and I was like, I have to have that. And it's ham, brie, triple cream brie.
I do like
jam,
a brie. What's the difference between a regular?
Mustard.
What's the difference between a brie and like a triple brie? Way creamier and softer.
Creamier. They use more cream. Triple the cream.
I never thought I would love a brie. It's Nicole. Nicole keeps expanding my goddamn palate.
Dude, I'm about to go eat some right now.
So like, ham would have been fine my whole life. Like Oscar Mayer pack of ham. No. And then you try like prosciutto on a fresh thing of like bruschetta.
Prosciutto. Oh God, my dad would wrap cantaloupe in prosciutto, put it like a toothpick in it, and that's like the sweet and savory mix. Oh my God.
A lot of people do not appreciate sweet and savory, like kettle corn.
Well,
even.
you know what? Fuck those people. They don't know.
We have probably had 1.5 pounds of prosciutto in the past month. And like when you buy it at Publix, it's like
you could wrap mozzarella in prosciutto.
And you damn right we do that because for a small ball of mozzarella, we probably spend like $12. And then 5 slices of good prosciutto is like another 12, $10.
That's so good.
Then we top it with a little bit of what's the drizzle?
Salt, pepper.
No, God bless it. What is the fucking
Caviar,
drizzle?
truffles.
Ooh, I do like truffle oil. A little bit of it. No, now you're killing me. It's in
Breast
bruschetta.
milk.
It's in bruschetta. No. It's in bruschetta. It's the olive.
Onions.
Ooh, I do like the fresh. When you make a bruschetta, do you do a red onion or do you a white onion?
I haven't made it, but that's something I want to make for sure.
Balsamic.
Balsam. Ooh, yeah.
So prosciutto, good prosciutto and prosciutto and mozzarella with a little bit of fresh balsamic vinaigrette.
You ever had that cheese? I feel like it's mozzarella, but it's like it's in like in the liquid, and like inside is like even like softer cheese. You know, it's like a B word. I can't remember, but my parents. I can't. When I go home for Christmas, I'm gonna get so much charcuterie. It's gonna be great.
Oh, speaking of charcuterie, we are making a gingerbread charcuterie board next weekend.
That's pretty fancy.
Yeah, we actually bought a board for it.
Oh my God. You didn't make it from scratch?
No, I'm not a good woodsmith. Woodworker? Blacksmith?
Can't work your wood good?
I can work mine. It's this lumber yards I struggle with. So we're going to make it like, there's like little blocks of Hershey's chocolate, marshmallows, a little melting station for the chocolate. So like when you want to make, like to seal up the seams on the gingerbread house, the gummies and everything. So it's a it's like an extra large mouse pad with a bunch of different areas to put all these things to make a wonderful looking gingerbread house.
That's cool. I bet your daughter will love that.
I bet you she likes it for 5 minutes.
And then she's like, I'm jacked on the sugar.
No. Her thing is, so speaking of that, my daughter is incredibly vain. So as soon as you say something good about someone else's building of their gingerbread house, she's fucking out. She's done.
Oh my God. Have you like tried to break her of it?
Every single time that she's like, well, what about mine? I was like, what about yours?
You just like, it's not good. Like, and then point out all the different like errors in it.
I feel like that's just going to tear her down too much. I will say, I didn't see anything about yours. I talked about hers. I didn't say yours is bad. I said I liked what she just did.
Like, can both of them be good? Is it a competition? Where's she getting this competitive nature from?
The problem is she just wants to sit around and be cute. We are trying to break her of that. She thinks she's going to be a professional singer. And as someone,
she hasn't been broken by life yet. That's okay.
yeah. So as someone who listens to her, as she's in the back seat and I'm driving, she goes, I nailed that, right? It was so good, right? Yep.
You're supposed to, according to what I've
Keep
learned
trying.
from these PhDs, is encourage the effort, not the achievement.
That was this week.
So like,
She
I'm
kept
really
asking.
glad that you spent time working on that, and don't ever say like, that was good type of stuff.
She kept asking, what would you give that out of 10? I was like, don't worry about what someone gives you out of 10. Keep practicing and keep getting better.
You gotta be like, well, show me what a 10 is, you know, like play a 10 and then play a 1 and then I'll rate you.
She doesn't want to actually be judged. I learned that the hard way.
Just wants like validation.
Yes. So she's done that.
Oh,
like,
fuck that. I would never give it.
she's always like, oh, look at that cartwheel. Is this cartwheel so great, Daddy? The cartwheel's great, right? It's like,
Nah.
yeah, you've been doing
And then,
cartwheels since 3
Show her a better cartwheel. Like, I could do that.
Well, she's been doing cartwheels for 5 years. Like, I can't keep giving you a 10. Like, you got to stun the judges.
I was like, if you did one 2 years ago that was a 10, this was like a 6.5 at most.
Yeah, it looks the same as it did then. Judges are bored, babe. The judges are bored. You can do better. Well,
It's
I'm
probably
trying
just
to.
a kid thing. I don't think your kid's weird. I think that's a kid thing.
I'm hoping I got to get this girl on school level, man. She's fucking behind.
Just have her hang out with a kid that's much better than her.
I do.
And
That's
then,
why we're doing the charcuterie.
Just kidding.
She's a couple years older, way more artistic,
Oh, nice.
and way sweeter. So I'm trying to get into
Like,
her.
why can't you be more like this kid? This kid's good.
Yeah, I'll put my arm around the girl. Like, hey, be more like her. She nailed it. She's so great.
Oof. Let's wrap because I gotta pee and I'm getting tired and I need a sandwich.
Yeah, and I want the save me the piece of soft boiled egg.
You got it.
All right, this has been the On-Call Pod. The Beautiful Bastards, Mary Cats. What?
No, that sounds good. We need a new intro song though because I'm getting sick of it.
What compared to what? This one? This one?
I've been drinking Kool-Aid, jamming like
Yeah,
a dip.
getting sick of it.
All right.
Get back on Monster Cats and find us something spicy and new. Because Terry is just Terry has higher standards than that. Okay, that's what I need to know.
Terry does he? Alrighty. This has been the On-Call Pod. Have a great night, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. I'm working on a Sunday. Later.
Thanks for listening to the On Call Podcast. Check us out on Twitter at OnCallPod. Interested in being a sponsor or want to be on the show? Drop us an email at oncallpod@gmail.com. For more info, go to oncallpod.com.